This is a perfect track to play with this screen. The Land of the Dead from King's Quest 6. Okay, I noticed the last stream, the music, when I listened back on it, the music volume was a little loud, so I'm going to try to make it a little quieter this time. Hey Ryan, happy anniversary. Thank you. Yes, yesterday was my 15th year wedding anniversary, and so I decided to not stream yesterday and do it today instead. 15 happy years, 17 knowing each other, and we went to a restaurant last night and had some fun. It was fun. Made fun of other people at the restaurant, like teenagers. Right, so this screen, we did the last time we did this swamp screen, and we did all the priority walk behinds for it. Pretty much all of them, and all the control colors for the boundaries and the horizon. And this time we're gonna do this screen. Now I did start actually doing I started pixel drawing this screen. You can see I have some progress here. So what I do is I trace over it like this and try to draw it in the vector commands. The first thing I did was do the priority for this tree, so I just copied the commands over for this one so we can walk behind this tree now. I'm gonna leave this for another time. I'm not gonna do this right now. This is going to take way longer. But we can do the priority right now. So, bringing up the priority lines, what's the first walk behind we need? Well, perhaps this little tree right here. This little bush plant thing. Yes, let's do that. Yeah, it was great. We had just like a couple stupid kids just having fun. Alright, plant time. Now, oh, this is perfect. It's right on the cusp of this priority line here, so this will be a teal or cyan? Cyan. A cyan plant. And let me know at any time if the music is overbearing or too loud. Looks like some of this has some black outline too for the plant, but I can't be sure. I'm going to ignore the black for now. I can always add to it later. And done. That's one done. One we'll do is this one. And this also sits right perfectly on a line here, so we'll say this is dark gray. Excellent. And I'm arbitrarily choosing which green pixels are part of the plant and which are not. Boom, boom, done. I suppose we could do this tree. Probably just trying to decide what all of this tree here to make its priority. I don't think I need to do this ground piece with the roots come out of the ground as a walk behind, because there's no way he can get behind it. It's on the ground. So I just have to do the tree here. And we're gonna make it a blue tree, priority wise. That is. Oh, look at that. My camera's cutting off. Just a second. Can I do it this way? There we go. Position. I need filters. Might do it. Okay. There we go. Camera's not cut off. That was just bugging me. So, tree. We're gonna make it blue. So, down to here. We only need to do it right on the line. Heck is this? Oh, Leisure Suit Larry, of course. Going off screen. You have to do the tree? I guess Ego could fall down into the swamp. Well, he's gonna walk behind it too. But yeah, he will fall down into the swamp. So he's gonna walk up here. So it's just good sense to do the walk behind, the whole walk behind of the whole object, at least up to the base of. Like I'm just doing it up to here, the blue priority. And I'm not gonna do this. Like here, I'd probably make this a brown tree and cut it off right here. This one is going to be a bit tricky because it's in the middle of a priority band and not on the edge, but we'll get to that. Part of a different tree. I almost went on up there. That's not what we want. I never get tired of the Space Quest soundtracks. Always catchy. That brown part, is that part of the tree? Let's just say it is. Billiard. I almost said Sorcerian. Don't remember this track, but it sounds like it for sure. Alright, are we down to the blue line yet? No, we're not. We got one more band to go, 10 more pixels. Close enough, honestly, but that'll do. At a certain point, it doesn't really matter too much. There we go. Get Graham in here. How do you like it, Graham? Yep. Alright. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to do this tree. I don't think I will. Yeah, I can't anyway, because I got the water reflection script going on with this piece of the pond here, and that water reflection script means that I can't have anything on the black of band of the priority, because the reflection will be drawn on top of other things, which can't happen. So, yeah, we'll make the horizon right here, because that's what I've got done. Where is it? Right here. You can see the priority, the control, everything purple changes the room. So anything above the blue priority line, it just can't happen because of the way I've scripted the reflection code. So that's fine. So I won't bother doing a walk behind for that tree. So just this little bush and this tree. And then we're done, I think. Or maybe that... maybe this little tree. Although... huh. I'll have to see about that, because that seems pretty far in the distance, but it's on the blue priority. Just above the green priority line, which means that Graham will potentially walk beside and even behind it. That's an interesting problem I'll deal with later. Alright, so let's do this crazy bush. This looks pretty complicated. Looks like it's going to be a red tree, though. Actually, this is okay because he can walk. Graham can walk into the red here. Where is he? right up to here and still be in front of the bushes. We can say those bushes, or the branches, are going towards the back instead of out the front. And he can still walk in front of those right up to about here. And I can put boundaries so he doesn't go any further than that there. But on this side he can go up and it'll give it some depth. Okay. So we're a red tree. Okay. We really only need to draw on the tip of the red line, which is right there. Now we can turn it off. Not what I wanted. It's hard when the crosshair isn't pixel perfect to really get a sense of what you're after. So that's the pixel I'm on. I want to go down here and then over one and then down again. And let me get a good look at this. That blue's got to be part of that branch. Definitely part of the branch. Okay. This is a beautiful little dead bush, but it is tedious to do. I love those guitar fret noises, doing the sounds of the droid. This is the Radio Shock / Hurt So Good store in Space Quest 4. Space Quest 10, I guess, technically. How much have we done? Oh, yeah, we're getting there. It won't take too long. Don't want that last thing I did. Hit the wrong pixel. Okay. Little extension is part of it, so we'll capture that as well. Dutifully so. Almost done. Just gotta close the gap. I went too far down. Okay. So I can stop it right there. There. They'll have to be blocked though. We'll say these bushes. See, let's go closer, take a look. So, because the priority line for the red is here, and the base of the tree is a little lower than that, if we allow Graham to go all the way down to the base of the tree, he's going to be drawn in front of the bush. So we need to have him go maximum there. Any lower, and he's drawn on top of the bush. But we can explain this away with this particular bush because the branches are all tangly and all over the place. We can just say that, hey, the branches are extending too far back, and he can't get any closer than that. And the player will buy it. Or they should. Hopefully. One more tree. And then we'll do the boundary walkable areas. So what did I say before? This tree would be brown, right? Let's do that. This sounds pretty cool. Heart of China. Heart of China is a cool soundtrack. Okay, we'll turn that off. I got a green pixel in there. Yeah, right there. That's what we want. paying close attention to this little box right here, because I can't trust the hotspot of this cursor at all. Yes. I really like, even though it's different from the other Police Quest games, I really like Police Quest 1 VGA's soundtrack by Rob Adasalt. Don't need to draw all over here because we've already got this foreground tree priority drawn in. Just gotta capture the parts that aren't in for these little holes here. This bush is part of the tree, at least it's part of its walk behind, so we're going to draw right over that too. And there. We can call that a tree. Good. Okay. Control lines. First we'll do walkable areas. Right. And we should align those with the priority color band. There, I think, yep. But I actually, yeah, I want it a little more than that. So we'll just cut off this whole thing. Here. That, and that should do it for that. test that out. Just do observe control lines and you can walk right up to the tree. Not even seeing his feet there, which could be a little irritating, so I might cut that off a bit. Let's say 2 pixels. Go there instead. Feeling about this now. Yeah, we can get closer. Just so it's more obvious we're actually hitting that tree. Alright. Now this bush. Down too far. I went further out than that. Oh yeah, okay. Very thin line there. I'd say I'm allowed to go a little too high there. Should be like whoops. Let's hope that makes sense. We can test that in game. Alright, now this down here. Not going to let him pass. Oh, if you're going down this far anyway, you're gonna die, so... Matter. off right there, I think. I drew right into the brown. That's okay. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'll get rid of it, actually. I don't want that to happen. Oh, one more line. There. Doesn't need to be there. There. Well, I'd like to have that little spot there free. Let's just put this here so I can see it. Okay, and then this bush. Some wiggle room we can have for width of a bush for walk behinds, because or walkable areas, because where's Graham? I gotta be on visual. And get rid of that. It can be annoying if you make the unwalkable boundary to the extreme width of the leaves that's spread out. Sometimes it's okay, because remember, his arms are wider than where his feet are. So we want him to be able to walk past like that, see? We want him to be able to walk past about there. But if his arm can't get past it, then his legs won't either. And it's okay if his arms clip a little bit. But by the time he gets over the bush, it's not going to be in the walk behind anyway. So I should pull this in a bit. Instead, make it about 2 pixels shorter on either side. Like, say that. Like that. His leg can even brush the tip of the bush. It's not a big deal. You can imagine him brushing it with his leg and the leaf just moves. Not a huge deal, but we want his arm to be able to go over for sure. And see, I'm already blocked still. I still can't walk by. So it's still too far out. It should really be further in. This side I think is okay, but this side needs to come in. That. There we go. Now he can walk past it. Because it can be annoying when there's a really wide area for such a small, like really the base of the plant is just here. And if you can't walk by the slightest pixel of the plant, that's going to be irritating. Just to play, so. Alright, I'm going to reference this screen quickly, and I'm going to have to do all these priority bands too. Luckily, I don't have to do any reflection priorities for the reflection, but so it's just green and blue. That's the control colors I'm after here for this part here, the water, which I'll do right after. I'm just going to make this so you walk right over it doesn't really matter if he just walks over that, even if there's a priority. Just kicks it with his feet, you know. That'll feel immersive. Not worried about that. I don't think there's anywhere else that needs a boundary except for the water, actually. So. Good morning, Audio Eric. How are you today? This fine Friday, end of the week. Okay, so what was it again? Green and blue. Let's do the green first. Well, let me just see where this ends up being. Is it right on the shoreline? No, it's not on the sand part, so. Right here. A little bit tedious. Normally, if I drew this with vectors, it'd be a lot easier to control. I'd just set the control colors where these draw commands are for the visual, and I wouldn't have to redraw it, but that's okay. This is a small piece of the lake or the pond or whatever this is. Apparently it was dong. You meant doing and it flagged dong. I really gotta fix this stupid Twitch censor. Yeah. No problem. No problem. It's way too oversensitive. Thanks, getting a lot done. Good to hear. More div time stream and I can catch it. Yes. Nice to see you, Blighted Talon. Have you been here before? I don't remember. If this is your first time, welcome. And if it wasn't your first time, welcome. Doing a bit of tedious pixel work. Required staple in every adventure game. But it'll be all the better for it when it's done. It's really not that much work. Not really. I'm only doing each horizontal line at a time. I could just draw a line and get it like not quite correct, but I'm not sure if the staircasing will match the staircasing, you know, on the picture. So I'm just being really careful and precise about it. It makes for extra draw commands, which makes the picture file size bigger. I mean, we're talking kilobytes here. Alright, there. And then the blue will be a little further in than that. I can reference this side though, because this is a direct connection to this screen, and Deivor lined up exactly for me the spot where this meets up on the other side. In fact, this could almost be a scrolling screen, which would be really cool. No, control. So the blue ends at, where am I? 61Y, 79Y. So 61Y right there. This is going to be where he wades, so I want it to be... That's probably good like that. And then 71. Really that high? It's pretty high. Oh wow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually make it a little lower than that. So on that side, oh, you know what I did? I reversed the colors. The outside should be blue, the inside should be green. That's okay. Easily done by fixing the colors right there. And there. Now they're reversed. And I'm going to do the room change line, which should meet up with this, which would be Y42. 42 right there. All the way across. This will just instantly change the room. Now, to draw in the priority lines, like this. Alright. I just gotta draw in every single one. Every single one. So we'll turn off control. Actually, I should do this before control. Before I draw any control colors. Oh, speaking of which, the brown I should move. There we go. I want to move that to the end. Oh, I have to do it before these though. Before the... okay. Right there. That's fine. Because it broke the whole walkable boundary thing. Okay. And we'll go back to before any control drawing took place. Right here. And we'll start with the beginning. Blue. Actually, what I'm going to do, since this is, I don't want it to draw the reflection if it doesn't have to, and this screen only has a very small section where there's actually reflected water. So I wonder if I should make set a control color for this area so that it only draws the reflection sprite when Eagle is walking on that control color. And I wonder if I should make that universal across every screen. I don't have that here, which is why I have priority lines all over the place. I probably should. I think that's what I'm going to do. But let's do this screen first. So I don't have to draw the priority bands on the entire screen and then wasting resources over here drawing the reflection underneath all these priority lines when it doesn't even need to. Of course, you can go this far to the bottom of the screen, so his head might pop up here, so this is still necessary. I'll leave it for this screen then, but for this one, it's just not necessary at all. Okay. These lines, that line wasn't necessary. Okay, Okay, next one is green. Teal. And Sorcerian music sounds so much like Firehawk. Okay. And then red. Actually, it doesn't look like red is... Yes, it is. It is necessary. Purple. We'll do brown, because Graham is 40 pixels tall, and his reflection will be 40 pixels tall. In fact, we can grab Graham's reflection spray and just check it against all this. So his reflection is 80. We'll call it 80. Oh, it's already right here. Okay. So we can't have him drawn. This isn't even the right one. Reflection idle. Here, okay. At least down to here. Which would be just above the green, so we don't need to draw the green priority. All up to the blue. Sounds good. The next one is gray. Blue and nothing more, so we need to get the bottom of the blue. I'm going to draw the line on the bottom line. The bottom of the blue band. There. Now, one thing I didn't do was trace along the edge of the shoreline. Quickly, I'm going to fill that in. Oh, that shouldn't have happened. What's going on there? Oh. So I do need both lines. Okay. Of course. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One little spot there. Okay, now here's where we gotta stop fills. Just gonna draw along where we don't want the reflection to show. Like that. Red. should deal with that. Perfect. Now we do teal. Almost done with the tedium. There, and that's all that's needed. Still not sure if I should do a control color or not. But that'll work. Rebuild. It only matters up to the, yeah. If I do, the thing is, if I do a control color here, to get the game to stop drawing the reflection, I have to do it everywhere else too. That's the thing. There's no point to do it here, because Graham is going to be, Graham's reflection is, yeah, if you're here and you're being reflected, Graham's head goes way beyond, so it's got to be for this entire screen. Unless I do a room by room case basis, but that might bloat the script. In that case, if I do room by room, I can just do if within rect, draw, like a rectangle, draw the reflection. Otherwise, stop drawing the reflection, you know? Whatever. Let's test it. This is the fun part. What's this? Little Red Riding Hood? Oh. We don't care right now. Oh, Red Riding Hood again. Yeah, who cares? Okay. We actually missed the screen entirely. Okay. Oh, what wonderful walk behinds. I can still walk into the swamp without issue, but also I will actually have to do walk behinds for these little things sticking out. Because when Graham tumbles and falls and drowns, maybe not this one, maybe just the tip of it. But down here he could fall, say right here, and he'll be like animating, drowning, dying behind these logs. So we need to have priority for that. So I'll do that. But here, like this little bush, I've got to walk behind for it, you can see, but I'm not gonna block it. It's too small to care about. This one, however, we wanted to check. Okay, so his arms are going over the walkable area. That's fine. It's even clipping his leg there, but not worth worrying about. And there's the walk script, or the water wading script that I had implemented. Also, I'm going to have to do, when he touches green, go north, which I haven't done yet. That's all scripting stuff, which we will do now. Slightly more interesting part. So, do it. If. And ego on control. north. Unidentified identifier north. That's too bad because it's part of the room. Whatever. 3. That'll work. Boom. Change the room. See, this is what I'm talking about. The purple is not until way after this distant tree here. The thing is, unless this... No, I can't do that either. I was going to say that unless this piece of lake is moved down a bit, but that won't work. Because you can definitely walk this high on this side. I'll leave it like this for now. Maybe I'll come up with a solution later. Such dramatic music today. Yeah, that was the last couple. Conquest of Camelot. Quest for Glory 3 Battle. Space Quest 3 Hyperspace. Or the sector tracking screen. So, yeah, let's get the reflect script up here, which is water reflect script. Now this is going to start drawing Graham's reflection absolutely everywhere, but if he's over here, he shouldn't... Yeah, so... If he's here, it doesn't... Oh, it does. Let's see here. If I can go up 1. Okay, now it shouldn't show. Perfect. Because we only need it to... There's a reflection to show in the water like this. So it doesn't need to be drawn out over here and everywhere. And it takes up more memory when it does. Actually, it's... No, yeah, I'm pretty sure if you hide it, it releases some memory. At least it doesn't have to actively try drawing things on the screen and then draw things on top of it, if I'm understanding how SCI works properly. So let's do a condition for room 10 in the water reflect script. So we'll do if groom I have to do a condition in brackets. If groom is equal to 10. Actually no, it should be case. No, G current room. Pixie Cow, thank you for following. Welcome to the most interesting dev stream in the world. How you doing? There's no current room. I guess it's just G room. Well, how did I do that for this swamp region script? switched G room number. Okay, not G room. G room number. If it's room 10, it's in room 10 and it's within rect if ego. How does in rect work? In rect. Okay, here's where we'll do it. Just got back from work. How was your day? I'm doing great. Yesterday was my 15th anniversary, which is why I didn't stream yesterday, and I'm streaming today instead. Had a good time. In rect. Yeah, I need the reflection, the rectangle dimensions. So within. Oh yeah, let's just say 0, 0, 0, and let's say 94, 94, 89. Or should I say, if not? Reflect, hide, and then else. Grab, reflect, show. Does that make sense? It doesn't like it. Solitary values do not need parentheses. Then I'll remove the parentheses. Thank you. It was also yours. Oh wow. Well, happy very anniversary to you too. Truly cause for celebration today. Or yesterday. Was it yesterday too? July 8th? Alright, there we go. So you can see it flickered there for a second. We're in the rectangle, he starts drawing, but as soon as we leave, it's not drawing. Excellent. But I do want to test if that flicker happens when he first enters. It does! I'm gonna have to make a check for that. How am I gonna do that though from the region script? Okay, for the init, it's gonna have to check if it's the initialization method. Oh, this is gonna get hairy. Switch. Not yet. Right here. Switch G room number. No, I don't need that. I need it like this. So if it's room 10, and we'll do the same thing. We gotta copy this. If not in rect. Or we don't even need the else, we just need to not display it in the name. Okay, let's see if that works. So we'll go room 3 and then go down. So far so good. Okay, good. So as soon as it's initialized, it checks to see if it's allowed to draw it. If not, it hides it. But as soon as we go within the rectangle, there is the reflection. Oh, that's so satisfying. And then when we go out of the bounds, it stops drawing it. Unlike this screen, I had to draw priority bands everywhere, because from everywhere you are, the reflection has to be drawn in the water. Even if you're right here, the reflection is 40 pixels tall, and it's still being drawn all the way down to here. So the whole place needs to be priority banded. But here we just need this area, because the water only goes down as far as this line right here. So the reflection will be drawn up until you exit that rectangle. You can see it's not being drawn here. Beautiful. Success. This is great success. Now, it's pretty good for an hour and a half's worth of time. What else can we do here? I'd like to see what this looks like scrolling, but this version of SCI that King's Quest II is built on right now doesn't support the scrolling screens. I'd have to port the whole thing to SCI 01, which I will do eventually, but at the moment, I kind of don't want to. I don't think it's too much of a difference if I just replace the exe file. I wonder. But we can at least see what it looks like stitched together. Let's bring up Paint Shop here. Shrink it so you can see it. Alright. One. Increase canvas size to 640 by 190. That's pretty good. Just I get more messy grass and stuff going on the shoreline than here, and the shadows don't really match up here. But other than that, it's pretty darn close. Imagine that scrolling in game. What does room 8 look like? Oh, that's this room. $320, $640. I gotta do some math. 40 plus 320. 960. 960 by 190. Why is it? Hang on. Colors increase 16 million. Yes, there we go. One more pixel. No, it's not gonna work. Sometimes Ancient Paint Shop Pro is far too finicky. I'd like to see this panorama, what it looks like. Dang, come on. There we go. Neat. It's quite a disparity in style, isn't it? Not style, but a big shift in what's going on in these scenes. It's pretty nice, though. Very nice. Well, is there anything else I can fine-tune for the next half hour or so before I call it a day? Actually, I actually want to save this later, but I want to get rid of that gram reflection that's bright. There. I'm gonna save that. Games, adventures, mines. Scrolling. 8, 9, 10. I think I'm gonna use that as a thumbnail or something. It's pretty neat. Okay. I think of what else. Oh, I guess I should do the priorities on these little logs here. Let's do that. Because Graham will be dying in this swamp, and we can't have him being drawn on top of this stuff. So we'll say this is a yellow log. Let's go back up to the priorities. Right here. Yellow. The control color doesn't really matter. Like, we don't need to do a boundary. We're not going to be walking or swimming down here. We just want animating in front of and behind things. So I'm going to start right from here. Again, kind of difficult to figure out what is part of the log here and what's not. Just arbitrarily make a shape. This log is probably different from this one too, which I just thought of. Okay, I'll just do this one. This is nice. What is this? Quest for Glory 4. Tanya and Toby. Never played it. Someday. I'm gonna take this down to about here and then just draw a line. Oh, you know what? It's not that long, is it? Alright, take that line back. Makes it a little easier. In fact, I should have done it this way from the start. It would have been a little bit faster. floating log. This one, honestly, this should also be yellow. Yeah, let's make this yellow too. This one, this will be orange. Again, we're not walking down here. Don't need to worry too much. Goblins. Whoops, messed up. I can actually see where the staircasing is happening and line it up properly, instead of just doing staircase by staircase. I'm going to call this part of the tree, so it looks like it would be. Next. I'm not sure what to do about this. If she falls in here, this isn't going to move. Should it be drawn on top of it or behind it? Maybe I could just do a specific animation case for this spot and have him tumble a little further than that and just sink right here. Maybe I'll leave that alone. Okay. Turn off priority, save, rebuild. And we'll walk down there just to make sure it looks right. It doesn't look right. It's not saved because it refuses to save if the cursor is active inside the draw command window. Annoyingly. Here we go. It'll be drawn like... Oh, am I being blocked by the bubbles? That's hilarious. They should ignore actors. Or Ego should ignore them. That might be a problem later when I go to animate it. Just want to see if I can get stopped by them again. Just want to confirm. Oh, that's the walk behind. Okay. Come on. Yeah, it's blocking me. Well, that's something we can iron out right now. Alright, let's do that. So, room 10, actually swamp region. Do I have them set to ignore actors? No, I don't. Ignore... Oh, wait. A fish. A fish is a prop. A prop can ignore actors. Can an actor ignore actors? Well, act is based on a prop, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so we can ignore actors. True. Should that not work? It doesn't know what ignore actors is. It's a method, I guess, is it? It is a method, it's not a property. Okay, then we have to set that when it's initialized. Where is it? Here. Ignore actors. Alright, let's see if that still happens. Like, we're never gonna walk into bubbles in the game, but... That's funny. That shouldn't happen, but it does. It's trying to... Look at that! That was a flat wall. That was hilarious. That must be a quirk in the walk code. So if you do diagonal up, he'll keep skipping until he finds the edge. If you do a diagonal down, it'll just keep walking forever in place. I wonder if I can refine the code on that. That's a little weird. Alright, let's see if we can get stopped by a... I almost said balloon. Stopped by a bubble. That's the word I'm looking for. Come on. It pops so fast. Oh, there we go. I think I walked right through that one. Yep. I don't think I'm being stopped by them anymore. Good. Just, I don't want that to be a factor if it's drawing Graham being animated and in drowning, and then something happens where the bubble's there and the animation can't continue because, or you can't move to the proper coordinate and it gets paused mid-animation because there's a bubble there and it has to wait for the bubble to pop. So that'll handle that. Alright, well, that's pretty good. This is a little bit shorter, but I might just call it here. I accomplished what I wanted to do and fixed a quick problem there. And I think I'm going to implement on other water reflecting screens. Now this is Firehawk. I know the soundtrack inside out. I can move this into. Alright. There. Just so I can see more of the screens. The other screens that need water reflection. That one and that one, for sure. And these two. I haven't implemented it here yet. This is another screen that just needs to be banded on the entire screen. This one probably doesn't. I could probably get away with doing a rectangle code from, say, here to here. So when you start walking down, the reflection starts being drawn. But I can do that another time, maybe next week. Or we might move on to something more interesting next week. Here's another one. I didn't do it here either. Little bit of water right there. I can do a nice rectangle about there. Same thing as the other screen. Okay. Anyway. Thank you all for joining, everyone that did, and for the bits of conversation we had, and I'll see you next time. Oh, maybe let's check to see if there's somebody I know who's streaming. There is not. Nobody usually streams around the same time I do. Okay. Well, have a good weekend, everybody, and I'll see you Tuesday, 9 a.m. for more of this. Maybe we'll go on to something more interesting. This is the last few streams have been kind of tedious work. What should we do next time? Maybe just more scripting. I haven't done real hard scripting stuff in a while. Maybe I'll try to, maybe I'll find some placeholder animations from King's Quest 1 and actually animate Graham falling and dying and getting sucked into the swamp there. That'll be cool. Maybe we'll do that. So look forward to that next week. 9 a.m. Thanks for coming, guys. Bye.